Welcome to Game Island. I'm your host James, and today I'm showing you the top 10 must-play games for PlayStation 4 based on Metacritic scores, user scores, and Google audience rating. Click like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on our next video. At number 10, we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. With a Metacritic score of 79 out of 100. User scores of 7.8 out of 10. Google audience rating of 94%. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is an action-adventure game developed by Respawn Entertainment and published by Electronic Arts. Players will play as Cal Kestis, a Jedi Padawan who turns to be fugitive. Players will need to survive and complete the Jedi training to rebuild the Jedi Order and Fallen Order.
Easy now.
Got a stowaway. Shouldn't have come here. Hear that over the comm? A Jedi? Stay sharp. It's a traitor. Blast him. Taking aim. Contact confirmed. Shoot to kill. Don't let up! Got a solid.
At number 9, we have Death Stranding. With a Metacritic score of 82 out of 100. User scores of 7.2 out of 10. Google audience rating of 88%. Death Stranding is an action game open world developed by Kojima Productions. Players will play as Sam Bridges, a porter from Bridges. Sam will need to deliver cargoes to different parts of the city known as knots and to different researchers and survivalists. Sam will also need to connect them to chiral network.
Whatever. Fuck it. I'm heading back east.
At number 8, we have Marvel's Spider-Man. With a Metacritic score of 87 out of 100. User scores of 8.6 out of 10. Google audience rating of 94%. Marvel's Spider-Man is a 2018 action-adventure game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Players will play as Peter Parker and you need to stop the crime lord named Mr. Negative from threatening the city with the release of a deadly virus as well as other villains like the Sinister Six and Dr. Octopus.
Just give me the anti-serum! You've already done enough to ruin Osborn!
No! He always bounces back! He has to lose everything!
At number 7, we have Horizon Zero Dawn. With a Metacritic score of 89 out of 100. User scores of 8.4 out of 10. Google audience rating of 96%. Horizon Zero Dawn is an action role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Players will play as Aloy, a hunter who lives in a world where creatures are all mechanical. The player's task is to uncover what is the past and to unravel the mysteries of tribal civilizations, ancient artifacts, and advanced technologies. At number 6, we have Bloodborne. With a Metacritic score of 92 out of 100. User scores of 8.9 out of 10. Google audience rating of 93%. Bloodborne is an action role-playing game developed by From Software and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Players will need to create and customize their character. Players will need to survive their way through different locations within the decrepit Gothic world of Yamam. They need to battle enemies and bosses to collect different items and move on to the story. At number 5, we have The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. With a Metacritic score of 92 out of 100. User scores of 9.2 out of 10. Google audience rating of 95%. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt is a 2015 action role-playing game developed and published by CD Projekt. Players will play as Geralt of Rivia, who also known as the Witcher, who is searching for his adopted daughter. Players will fight some monsters with weapons and magic, and he needs to interact with people as well.
I think I'm training Siri tomorrow.
Harry, Siri,
She's likely to
see
be
how
more of a
Geralt
challenge.
holds his sword? It's angled. I'm too old for this shit.
What am I supposed to parry? You're fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte!
Man fell
Strike!
asleep while teaching.
Counter-strike!
Maybe a storm's coming.
Come on! At them!
At number 4, we have Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. With a Metacritic score of 93 out of 100. User scores of 10 out of 10. Google audience rating of 96%. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is a 2016 action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog. Players will play as Nathan Drake to help his brother named Samuel to find a treasure for Henry Avery. Together with his partner Sullivan and his wife Elena, they will need to search for clues, solving puzzles and fight other treasure hunters.
You're gonna pay for that!
At number 3, we have God of War. With a Metacritic score of 94 out of 100. User scores of 9.1 out of 10. Google audience rating of 95%. God of War is an action-adventure game developed by Santa Monica Studio and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Players will play as Kratos, who is a god in Olympus and decided to go to lands of Norse gods and monsters to live as a man. He needs to go for an adventure with his son Atreus to go to the highest mountain to give respect to his wife.
I'm not ready.
At number 2, we have The Last of Us Remastered. With a Metacritic score of 95 out of 100. User scores of 9.1 out of 10. Google audience rating of 97%. The Last of Us is a 2013 action-adventure survival horror video game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. In a post-apocalyptic world where most of the people are infected with cordyceps fungus, humans are transformed into creatures. You get to play as Joel, a man tasked to escort a teenage girl named Ellie across the United States. He has to hand her over to the Fireflies in the hope of creating a cure for the infection. You can customize weapons to fight the infected and human enemies.
How you wanna handle
At number 1, we have Red Dead Redemption 2. With a Metacritic score of 97/100. User scores of 8.2 out of 10. Google audience rating of 96%. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a 2018 action-adventure open-world game developed and published by Rockstar Games. This game is the third installment of the Red Dead series and a prequel to the 2010 game Red Dead Redemption. Set in 1899, players can play as Arthur Morgan, a member of the Van der Linde gang. They need to complete missions within open world and linear scenarios to progress through the game. You can also play as John Marston, the main protagonist in the 2010 video game Red Dead Redemption in the game's epilogue. You must fight different kinds of enemies using melee attacks and weapons. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel to get notified about our next video.